Good evening to you. I'm holding in my hand the handbook for the class, and it's called the Writer's FAQs, a pocket handbook, and the author is Muriel Harris. She also, for some years, I use the Prentice Hall Guide to Technical Communication and Business Writing, and she also does that one. So this is a real good book to hold on to. Now, if you bought the package from the bookstore, it's packaged together. So I would actually, when you're done with this class, keep this one. It's a small little desk reference, and you'll be able to refer to it. But even in the back, it has these correction symbols. It has a really good index, and then of course, it also has a glossary of usage and a glossary of grammatical terms and so on. And it has like punctuation mechanics, the MLA style, the APA style. So it's much more comprehensive than our textbook. So I just wanted to mention that to you. Now I'm going to show you the book if you buy it from Amazon or Half.com or any of those sites. This is what it looks at. It's called Technical Communication, A Practical Approach. And if you need the ISBN number, it is 978-013-278-5785. So that is the book. But if you buy the the custom one, which is the same book, it's just in spiral bound form, it looks like this. It's a brown book. And then, of course, these little holes for your binder. You can just put it in a binder. You can have it. But it's actually a really, really good book. I've used this book now through 6 editions, and I love it because it does technical communication from a practical, hands-on perspective. And you'll notice in this book it uses this ABC format, which is the abstract, the body, and the conclusion. So no matter if you're writing an email or if you're writing a memo or a memo report, a letter, or any type of document, you'll see this repeated. And also, too, you'll notice that it follows the top-down format. And so you briefly state your main findings and conclusions in the introductory paragraph, and that's called the abstract, and you develop them in the body in a redundant and repetitive way because not everyone wants to or needs to read the entire document from start to finish. So that's how it is done. And you'll see that the whole ways through the book. And what I like about this book, it uses examples really, really beautifully. And here's one in here that I always kind of like to refer to. And it is in chapter 8. But they do, yeah, here it is, on pages 244 and 245. So this one is making travel arrangements, and it's pretty much in text paragraph format. And here is one with making travel arrangements, and it's in the command format, but it uses numbered list, and it has A, B, C, D, and so on. It uses notes, but again, it uses commands, and it's just so much easier to read. So you're going to notice with this technical communication class, a big amount of emphasis is placed on your sentence level writing, and your punctuation and so on, but also even a bigger emphasis placed on format. I even teach advanced composition at least one class every semester, and I always tell those students, when you write a research paper, make a list at the beginning of the topics you're going to cover. Use headings. You can use in-text emphasis. You can use visuals. You can use YouTube videos. So there's lots of information, or there's a lot of ways that you can present something and make it more appealing. And just like food, if food is enjoyable, is pleasurable to smell and to look at, it's much more pleasurable to eat. It's just the way that it's presented, and so that makes a difference. Now, I wanted to tell you tonight too a little bit before I cover what we have to do these first couple of weeks. When you send me an email, okay, you're going to click on your email, and then you'll type your first and last name, so like Lisa Williams, and the next thing you'll put is your class, so English 162, WA or English 162-26 or whatever, or you can even put the time that the class is for those of you in the Tuesday night or Wednesday morning class. So, and then you'll put after that like what you're focusing on. So question about assignment 1 or whatever it may be. Now when you write me an email, just say, "Dear Mr. Ritzik, comma," and then in the first sentence or so, tell me what you're asking about or tell me what you want to know or what you're writing about. And then in the next paragraph, elaborate more. So if you have questions, then list them. And then in your conclusion, you'll say, please respond, and give me a week to respond, okay? So please respond by Friday, August 28, 2015. Skip a space, then you'll put sincerely or thank you, and then your first and last name. Make sure in assignments there is some information on creating a signature block, and I want you to do that. Somebody asked me the question today, well, it says CPT 150. Well, a faculty member that teaches that class actually gave you that handout. So just follow that as far as how to, create a signature block, because I need, it's helpful for me with your name and your major and, another email address if I need to contact you really quickly, your cell phone and so on. So that makes it easier, for me. So anyhow, that's helpful. And then when you send assignments to me, so like when we do assignment 1 on what your friends and family members think of you, the email assignment that we do for assignment 2, you can actually write it into an email or you can send it as a Word document, but include those as attachments, okay? And what I will do then is I will send you comments or feedback in MP3, which is like I put this headset on and I comment that way, or I'll give you typed comments, okay? But that's how we'll work it for this class. Some faculty have students submit through the gradebook, but I like for you to submit through email, and so we can have more of a conversation, through the semester. So again, when you address me, just say, "Dear Mr. Ritzik," and even on assignments, when you do them, you can put my name as Mr. Ritzik. I wanted to tell you something. In the syllabus, which you can print out through the syllabus link in Blackboard, it goes over how to put your headings on your documents. And I just got to go back here a page or two and I'm having a heck of a time here tonight. Yeah, here it is on page 5. So what you want to do then is, I'll go a little bit closer. You can't see that well. But what you'll do is on the left side of your document, you'll have your name, and then you'll put the class, put Mr. Ritzik, and put the date of the assignment. And then you'll skip a couple lines, and then you'll put the title of the assignment. The other thing that I want you to do with your assignments, and I'll just do this now and I'll explain this to you so we're all pretty clear. Go into Word, okay? So you're going to open up a Word document. So again, you'll have in the left-hand side, you will. Oh boy, Word's not opening for me. But you will have on the left-hand side, like I said, that information that I asked you to include. And what you will do then on the right-hand side, I cannot get Word to cooperate with me here. What you would do on the right-hand side is you will click on Insert, and then you will select Page Number and top of the page. So the one that you want to select is plain number 3. So it will put your page number in the right-hand corner, and then you will simply type your last name and hit a space, and that will give you a header on your paper. So it helps me with that. All right, there is nothing due for this weekend. For this first weekend, the week ending the 21st. For next week, for the 28th, there are pretty descriptive details and assignments. You have to write assignment 1 on what your friends or family members think of you. It's explained in assignments pretty clearly. If you have questions, though, you can ask me. Assignment 2 is on writing effective email. There's like 5 links that you have to click on and read, and then you have to send me an email what you learned on those links related to format, content, emphasis, paragraphs, and lists. There's like 4 points that you need to hit. So if you have questions on that, ask me, and if I think of it, I'll send you some examples. So there's that. And then just the last thing is I don't like to have these go over too far over 10 minutes because sometimes they don't work after that, is the discussion board. So let me see. That would be the week of the 31st. And so for discussion board 1, you just have to revise about 15 sentences. It's described in the discussion board. It's under tools. So you have to go there then to discussion board and then create a new thread. So that one will be due for Friday the 28th, not Friday the 28th. That'll actually be due for Friday, September the 4th. And then discussion board 1A, you actually have to do a posting by Wednesday the 2nd of September. And then you have to respond to another student by Friday the 4th of September. So that's it. I don't want to have this video go out on me. Just one last thing. We are not using MyTechCom Lab. It's no longer in use. The publisher no longer is publishing or using it. So we just have the 2 books, and that's it. Thank you.